Let him second guess you.
Our governors are not thinking. We don't even have local government chairmen, so not to talk of the ones that would think. You have lawmakers who are more interested in what they would get from performing oversight functions than actually making law and insisting that these laws will be obeyed.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
Hello, I am Sandra Ezekwesili, and you come to me for hard facts. The world keeps turning, and you're trying to keep up.
The fight against coronavirus has the Oxford...
But there's so much noise drowning out the news. Talking heads, broadcast messages, press releases. They're telling you their side, but you just want the facts. And that's why you come to me. I give you the statistics without spin. Out of 116 million working age Nigerians, 35.5 million are employed full-time. That's 30%. I give you the context. I give you the history. I fight fake news with facts.
Kayode. No, Kayode, I will let you talk. Kayode, I will let you talk if you let me talk. Kayode.
That's why more and more Lagosians are tuning in. 500,000 Lagosians.
720,000.
970,000. Over 1 million Lagosians. They know that if you give me your afternoon, I will give you hard facts.
Well done, Sandra, on all you do, going beyond the headlines and focusing on the facts.
I am Sandra Ezekwesili, and these are your hard facts. First hard fact of the day, 790 new COVID confirmations yesterday. Lagos cases were 574. Did you hear that? 790 new COVID cases. Lagos had 574. We had 610 on Tuesday and we were shouting. Now it's gone up again to 790. This thing is not a joke, people. Some states are now talking about stronger enforcement on restrictions. Ekiti State, for example. Please limit your movement when you are out and about. Wear a mask whenever you are out, when you are around people. Give gap, keep your distance. Wash and sanitize your hands as often as possible. Protect yourself, my guy, my girl. Protect yourself, protect your loved ones. None of us want to go into another lockdown, so we all need to do our part to slow down this thing, especially when you think about the fact that hospitals in Lagos are already at capacity. Oxygen supplies are limited. Doctors are on strike. There's no health system to fall back on. Wear a mask. Protect yourself. Seriously, man. I was happy today when a friend of mine called me. She's typically an anti-vaxxer. And today she called me and said, Sandra, beg, where did they do vaccine? I beg. Sandra, where did so I said, okay, don't worry. I'm gonna do some research and send you some primary health centers clues to you. This thing is not a joke. And it's because we have the Delta variant in Nigeria. That's why it's spreading like wildfire. And the government said yesterday that the number we currently have is because we're testing more, but we're not even testing enough. So there's so much more out there. Second hard fact of the day, 816. That's how many Nigerians this latest outbreak of cholera has killed. 816. 204 of those deaths were in Kebbi State alone. That's according to the Director General of the NCDC, Dr. Chikwe Hekwazu. He also said that medical intervention won't be enough to stop this outbreak. He said better water hygiene is the only way out. So better waste disposal, no more open defecation, proper treatment of water. Right now, the outbreak is in Delta, Zamfara, Gombe, FCT, Katsina, Adamawa, Nasarawa, Jigawa, Yobe, Kwara, Enugu, Niger, Cross River, Kebbi, Plateau, Kaduna, Bayelsa, Kogi, Sokoto, Bauchi and Kano. That's where we have the outbreak of cholera at the moment. Now, that's the thing about, terrible policies over the years, because it's one thing to tell people, better water hygiene, better waste disposal, no more open defecation, better treatment of water. A lot of these things are the responsibilities of government, and it's successive years of government, right? It's not one particular administration's problem. It's the problem of successive administrations year in, year out. That's why we're here today. But we have to do what we have to do to protect ourselves. So try the one way you fit to, and then leave the rest to the universe. Honestly, I have 1 million Lagosians who listen to this show every day. They cannot be wrong, but I also want them to be safe and healthy. Let's talk about today's big three. We'll bring you World Youth Day in Nigeria. We'll talk about that. Then we'll talk about the federal government saying that they may soon lift the Twitter ban. And then let's talk about the return of toll gates to federal highways. After that, we'll bring you League of Extraordinary Nigerians, and then we'll bring you Eyewitness. Then on to the big hard fact. We'll talk about the Abba Kyari case. He's been suspended. He's being probed. Will he be extradited? What do the allegations against him and his response to those allegations say about the state of policing in Nigeria? I'll have a lawyer on the show with me, Abdul Mahmood, answering those questions, as well as a policy expert, Chief Andy Oboforibo, two of them together on the show with me at 5 o'clock. At 6, we'll bring you the news as always. And then at 6:30, Richi Bakare Yusuf with Listed Legoshen will take your air all the way until 7 o'clock. Expect news, business and sports at the top of the hour every hour. But let's get started with today's Big Three.
This is the Big Three.
The Big Three. On Hard Facts.
On 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Is Nigeria good for young people? Is Nigeria good for young people? Will the government unban Twitter? And will the new toll gates ensure that federal roads are maintained? Those are your big three. Lagos, let's talk. Today is International Youth Day. That's our first story. Now, of course, you know what normally happens on this day. Companies roll out adverts celebrating young people. Governors and presidents send goodwill messages about how the youth are the leaders of tomorrow. And then they advise them to shun social vices and say no to crime. It's also a day where some people wag their fingers at the young people and talk about how they're not ready to take over the country. And on the other hand, you'll have other people celebrating those young people who have conquered their corners of the world. Last year here on Hard Facts, we did a special Youth Day episode where every story was about a particular young person doing great things. So I had 3 of them on the Big Three. It was a Wednesday, so I had 3 more on the glass ceiling, and then I had another on the Big Hard Fact. It was beautiful. But that's only part of the picture, right? It's a very small minority of young Nigerians who have founded a tech unicorn or an NGO or a CSO. Most young Nigerians are struggling. They form the majority of the unemployed, for example. Most of them are living in multidimensional poverty, the one we talk about every day on this show. So here's my question. Has Nigeria done enough to help those young people become the leaders of tomorrow? Has Nigeria given them the education they need? Before someone calls in to say, there's internet, they should educate themselves. Let me ask you 2 questions. First of all, do you think all those out of school, primary and secondary age children in this country have enough digital literacy and internet access and devices to properly educate themselves unguided online? So that's for someone who will call me and say, internet is there now. Answer that question, join. Second of all, is there any country that has been able to succeed in the modern world without a solid primary and secondary education system? Most young Nigerians are unemployed. Some people will call me and say, why can't they create their own businesses? Why can't they be entrepreneurs? See all these tech founders. Do they have 2 heads? Ask yourself, what can you do for the country? Not what can the country do for you? The answer is, those tech bros, yes, they have 2 heads. Not everybody can be an entrepreneur. In fact, most people cannot be successful business owners. Just like most people cannot be doctors and most people cannot be mechanics. Each of these things take a special set of skills. One of the reasons why so many small businesses fail in Nigeria is that most of the people starting these businesses are not suited to be business people. They only went in that direction because they didn't have other choices. A good society creates those choices. In more developed countries, most workers, whether they're skilled or unskilled, are employees. They work for someone. They work in other people's companies because those societies have put down the infrastructure, the amenities, the environment that allows the few people who are suited for business to build big businesses that can employ everyone else. Because it's not the government's job to employ you. It's not the government's job to provide employment. It's the government's job to provide an environment, a climate that allows people who are good in business to go into business and employ people like me. So when I look at all of that, and when I look at the current state of young Nigerians as a whole, I'm left asking this question. Is Nigeria doing well for its young people? Or is Nigeria failing its young people? Lagos, let's talk. 0700-993-993-993 for men. 0700-993-993-993. That's for men. For women, 01465-7190. I want your opinion on this. Is Nigeria doing well for its young people? Or is Nigeria failing its young people? There's WhatsApp as well, 080-959-75805. And we're streaming live on Facebook, so share your thoughts there as well. Facebook is Nigeria Info 99.3. I'll take your comments from YouTube too. YouTube is Nigeria Info FM. Joy is our first caller on the show today. She's in Abulegba. Hi, Joy.
Sandra, God bless you. Hi.
Hi.
I so love your intro.
Thank you.
If Nigerian government is actually helping young Nigerians, I so love your intro.
Thank you.
You actually said it all with all you have analyzed. I always tell people, everybody can be an entrepreneur. So people will call and tell you, why don't you go and start up a business? Why don't you go and do this? I tell people, to do business in Nigeria is not as easy as you think.
Right.
And that is when people even enter into business. Before you know it, 5 years down the line, they close up because of the environment is not conducive to do any sort of business.
Right.
And also, the government is not giving us an enabling environment for you to have choices of what you actually want to do. Do you want to be a scientist? Do you want to be an entrepreneur? Do you want to be just a scholar? We do not have such choices, but we're just left to choose on what is available, and which is not helping. So our youth, I give them kudos, and that is why you see them. Most times, they just, when you are frustrated, you can't tell what you would do. When you don't have any choice or whatever you need to do, you can't tell what you do. Like the two guys, the Paystar guys, there are people aware to do. Don't think that they finished up their education here.
They went to Covenant University, for crying out loud.
Went to Covenant University. So is it me that will go to Covenant University or somebody out there that will go to Covenant University? But when we see them out there, they are all made. We'll keep saying, look at this young man. He did this, he did that. Stop comparing. Ask yourself, have you done the right thing? Before you start to compare, before you start to say, this person is not doing well. We are trying our best. We are youth. If I tell you, Sandra, at my age, where I'm supposed to be today, I'm not there today because I have not seen anybody who is there to help me. But I just strive. I pick up what is available. I'm a contract staff for the past 7 years, and I'm not complaining because I know who will I complain to. But I just try my best. I just see, let me just do the job with what is available. So that is what other Nigerians are facing. So, Sandra, kudos to you for the intro.
Thank you, Joy. Thank you so much for calling. Whoa, we're doing our best. 99.3. Hello. Thank you for calling.
Hello.
How are you, sir? What's your name?
Sandra.
Gozikwagi.
Yes, Comrade Koboko from Otafam, Ikechukwu.
No.
See, don't let me be angry with you by saying government is doing well. Government is doing well for us now.
Okay.
Government have given us light. They have given us good road from Songonda Bridge to Diroko.
Okay.
Government did well by using their good policy to shut down 100 companies in Ota Industrial Estate. Government is doing well by giving us conducive environment so that the youth cannot get 5 million naira to buy phone for councillorship. Government have done well by sacking my true content creator as an event owner by shutting down Twitter. They say they want to open them. Who are they deceiving or who are they impressing? Sister, government have done well by making me to pay 1 million to buy PVC that I use to produce nylon from my papa before my PVC go come. It go reach 1 month. I will go collect. Government have tried well in making use. Some use are becoming miscreants so that they're going to use them every election. So are you there? So government finally shoot and killed Nigerian youth that want to change what Nigeria has been passing through. Yes, government have tried you. They have tried well. They have tried well. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, IK, for calling. Paul in Ebweda, how are you? Hello, Paul.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Welcome.
Yeah, President Pandara.
Good to have you on the
God
show.
Bless you.
Bless you too, sir.
Yeah. Sandra, I think apart from being a journalist, you're supposed to be a policy developer.
Okay.
Yeah, because you are. Sometimes I imagine the kind of intellectual capacity, that operates in you. Too exceptional,
Thank you.
You become a household name in my house. I told you the other time that my little baby will say, I am President Sandra Ezekwesili. You are creative, you are wonderful.
Thank
honestly.
you, sir.
I really bless God for your life and your family.
Thank you, sir.
Now, coming to this issue, the capital answer is no. The government of Nigeria, I am close to my 50 now. I have never benefited anything from primary school to secondary school to higher institution. I have never benefited a dime from the government. Just like the last caller said, where you're supposed to be is not where you are. What I'm doing now is not what I'm supposed to do, because during my youthful age, it was wasted by this government. There is no policy on ground to promote the youth. We are not given an environment to operate. Okay, look at the Tollgates of an issue now. Some years back, I think about 2 years ago, there are these guys that came to me and said they were stranded, they out of job. I have to buy Sienna motor for them, about 3 pieces, so that they can be running from Lagos to East. Okay? Now you have reintroduced the Tollgates. And look at the amount that is being mentioned that they are going to pay. Outside the tokens, they pay at every 5 kilometers to the police and other security operatives. So you discover that the environment to succeed have not been created by the government for the youth. And that is why a lot of things are going banana the way it's going. That is why, look, if you take a very good account, statistics across the nation, you discover that more than 70% of Nigerian youth have nothing doing. Absolutely nothing. I know those that are trained in the university, they are still depending on me for a living. So government have not done anything for the youth. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. I wonder if government officials themselves, again, I'm not talking about today's government officials. I'm talking about successive government officials, both at the state level and the local level. As I'm even saying it, I'm remembering Max NG and Gukada and All Right. Is it All Right? We've got Chris Khalif from Ikoyi who says Nigeria is not conducive for young folks to grow the environment. The environment is not designed for a young person to strive. Government policy and their negligence is killing the younger generation. Olarotimi from Surulere says Nigeria has not really helped the youth to survive on their own because government policies are not friendly and the exchange rate is not stable as well, and this makes things difficult for us to thrive. We've got another message here from Adams. Nigeria is not friendly to the youth, and we all know this. Our African elders, instead of collectively building the Nigerian youth, are only interested in destroying their dreams. See doctor strike. See the assault on the NSAS protesters. The funny thing is, after they make the country bleak, they come up to blame the same youth that they are collectively destroying. Adams, thank you so much. Sandra, in all ramifications, this bunch of Leaders have failed the youth in this dispensation. We, the youth, are not asking for too much, just for these people to create concrete and viable templates. But in lieu of doing this, they indulge in all sorts of policies that cannot stand the test of time. That's a message from Olarinwaju Oluwaseun. Olarinwaju, thank you so much for joining into the show today. 99.3, hello. Hello? Sorry about that. Call back if you can. 99.3.
Hello, Sandra. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
It's John on the line from Unilag.
John, it's International Youth Day. Do you think Nigeria is doing well for its young people?
Nigerian government. I'm talking about this present government. Let's even forget about the previous one, because this present one promised us they are coming to come and change things. This government has failed themselves. They've never failed Nigeria. They've failed themselves. And they're going to fail themselves because they have not done anything. Okay, now they're talking about cholera. As I'm talking to you, Sandra, there's no water in Lagos. Lagos has water, as in quotes, but there's no tap water. When I was born in Lagos, when we were born, there was water everywhere. There's no water at all. No water. Is that not failure? So what are we talking about? Why won't they be cholera in the country? Nigerian government is a failure, and God is going to bless them very, very soon. Thank you.
Thank you very much for calling. If you just tuned into the show, no, it's not open season on the Nigerian government, but it's International Youth Day. And what normally happens on International Youth Day is all the celebration of young people, all the goodwill messages from the leaders, all the people telling young people that they're the leaders of tomorrow, advising them to shun social vices and say no to crime. And then you have some people saying, oh, the youth are not doing well. They're not ready to take over the country. And then you have those who celebrate young people who have conquered their corners of the world, But those ones who have conquered their little corners of Nigeria are the minority. It's a small minority of Nigerians, young Nigerians, who have founded tech unicorns or NGOs or CSOs. Most young Nigerians are struggling. They are the ones who are majorly unemployed. Most of them are living in multidimensional poverty. So the question I'm asking with this first story is if Nigeria has done enough to help those young people become leaders of tomorrow. Not the ones who have, exploded, made it. The ones who are struggling, which is the majority. Has Nigeria given them the education they need? Has Nigeria created the right environment for those who want to become entrepreneurs to become entrepreneurs? Because no, you cannot save the country through entrepreneurship. Because everybody is not supposed to be an entrepreneur. Most people are supposed to be employed by the entrepreneurs. Only people who know how to run businesses should be running businesses. And then employ other people who don't know how to run businesses. That's how it happens all over the world. The government's role is to make sure that taxes are right, roads are right, water is right, electricity is right, policies are right. They don't wake up one morning and ban Okada or ban Twitter. So there's enough stability that people say, okay, I'm going to invest in this business. So is the Nigerian government, not the Nigerian government now, sorry, is Nigeria doing well for its young people? Or is Nigeria failing its young people? Let's take a break. We'll be right back. I'm Sandra Ezekwesili.
Hi kids, are you ready for a space adventure? Are you between the ages of 7 to 17? Then get ready for the largest STEM summer program in Africa. It's the Space Arcade 2021. You can be part of Young Space Explorers in a 3-week intense hybrid bootcamp. How about building and launching a rocket? Wouldn't you like finding about life on Mars? Ooh, and that's not even the best part. You also get to engage in activities like robotics and coding, virtual tour of space agency, 3D printing, and many, many more. Registration starts from 40,000 naira for online participants, 60,000 naira for physical centers across Lagos only. To register, visit www.alibright.com. For more details, call 080-770-28443. This program starts from August 2nd to August 20th for Batch A, August 16th to September 3rd for Batch B. Time, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. daily. Registration ends on July 31st.
Everybody needs a little help every now and then. Sometimes it's sugar or salt, or an extra hand to change a flat tire, or a small loan. At Kuda Microfinance Bank, we believe that your bank should do more than just store your money. We want to do more for you. So when you use your Kuda accounts to pay bills, buy airtime, and make transfers regularly, we'll offer you an overdraft, which is a low-interest loan that you can take anytime you need it. No long talk, no collateral, no paperwork involved. Just download Kuda on the Play Store or the App Store, open a Kuda account, and use it regularly to qualify for a Kuda overdraft. Kuda, free banking for you.
There was a pandemic that led to a lockdown. Then came boredom and more boredom. Now, it's time for the August meeting. Lagos, brace yourselves as Nevada Bridge TV presents Acapella, My Mic and I for the August meeting. One man, one mic, one stage. A night of 100% humor. Venue, Eco Hotels and Suites. Date, Sunday, 15th August 2021. Time, 7 p.m. Tickets, premium table of 6, 2 million naira. Gold table of 6, 1.5 million naira. Bronze table of 6, 500,000 naira. VIP single seats, 30,000 naira. For bookings, call 0806-701-0127. All COVID-19 protocols will be duly observed. This event is for 500 guests only. Acapella, My Mic and I for the August meeting is supported by AfriPay. Media support, Cool Wazobia Info. This is a Nevada Bridge TV production. Packaged by Dope Boy Entertainment and Larry Mako Events.
We're back.
We're back.
We're back.
We're back.
We are back.
We're back on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
It's 3:29. I'm Sandra Ezekwesili. The federal government says it will lift the Twitter ban soon. That's our second story. We heard this from Lai Mohammed, the information minister. According to him, the negotiations between the government and Twitter have been progressing. He claims they've agreed on some points and that the remaining points should be straightened out within, quote, a matter of days and weeks, end quote. According to Mohammed, one of those issues is for Twitter to set up a permanent office here in Nigeria with managerial staff representing the company here. Mohammed claims that Twitter has agreed to set up the office, but says that they can only do it in 2022. We've still not gotten a response from Twitter on the record about this. Here's all they have said so far. Quote, we've recently met with the Nigerian government to discuss why Twitter has been blocked and ways to resolve the matter. Our aim is to chart a path forward to the restoration of Twitter for everyone in Nigeria. We look forward to ongoing discussions with the Nigerian government and seeing the service restored soon, end quote. Now, if you have studied game theory or you follow how negotiations work, I'm sure that you're finding it very interesting that one side is saying we're close to a deal. Here's the thing we're negotiating about. Don't worry, it will soon be over. While the other side is saying, yeah, we met. Discussions are ongoing. It's not exactly the same energy, is it? Does one side seem more intent on calming the public than the other? And if so, why? Lai Mohammed actually asked Nigerians to bear with government while the negotiations continue. And to many observers, this is a very big change from the government's previous tone. Before now, the government has basically treated any complaint about the Twitter ban as unimportant. After all, there are other social media networks. There's Facebook, there's WhatsApp, there's, so why complain about Twitter? That's what the government has always said. But now Lai Mohammed was talking like someone trying to reassure a customer that they will soon restore their service. What's changed? What has changed? Could it be the lawsuits? Remember that before the lawsuits, Attorney General Malami was threatening to prosecute anybody using Twitter. But as soon as the lawsuits popped up challenging the legality of that threat, the Justice Ministry took it back. They suddenly said Nigerian citizens are free to use Twitter and they never intended to prosecute anybody. Now we have more lawsuits. So, for example, a lawsuit challenging the legitimacy of NBC's order to media houses not to tweet or read tweets on air. So you have some observers asking, does this this new comment from Lai Mohammed signal a softening from the government due to the pressure from the lawsuits? Or is Lai Mohammed simply telling us the actual situation from the negotiation with Twitter? Or let me ask it this way. Which do you think will happen first? Twitter opening an office in Nigeria or the Nigerian government lifting the Twitter ban? Men, call me on 0700 993 993. Women, call me on 01465 7190. We're streaming live on Facebook, Nigeria Info 99.3, and we also have WhatsApp. I'd love to hear from you on WhatsApp. WhatsApp is 080-959-75805. And yes, you can still talk to me about International Youth Day. That was our first story. Do you think Nigeria is doing well for its young people, or is Nigeria failing its young people? Someone on Facebook says, Sandra, you can't ask that question when we just came out of an Olympics tournament that was a disaster. Young people try to do that against all odds, and look at how the government set them up to fail. Azubike is on the line. Azubike, how are you?
Excellency. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir. Welcome.
For taking my call today, because whenever you take my call, I'm so happy.
Okay, welcome.
Because you are the only woman that can put more sense on me. This afternoon.
Okay, welcome. Go ahead.
Okay, coming to this banning of Twitter issue in Nigeria.
Mm-hmm.
If you have a government that is not competent by statement, that is what only see in Nigeria. Like, what is it ban of Twitter? Is the problem of Nigeria? The answer is no. Twitter, many international businessmen, they use Twitter to run their businesses all over the world. Why are they banning Twitter? Due to some sluggish statements that one leader made in the Twitter issue when Twitter blocked the statement. Is it the problem of Nigeria? So banning of this Twitter and bringing the Twitter, they themselves, the thing is spending them. They are losing because all these international businessmen that is running their business through Twitter, it's affecting them. Again, when it's affecting them, our economy is also shaking. So the best thing, since that they said that they wanted to revise the Twitter to the state in Nigeria, let them do it because we have some many issues to solve in this country. Twitter might never be our problem. Rather, this current administration is our problem because of the promise of 7 and 8. But none of them that we are seeing. Rather, what we are experiencing every day by day is worse. I'm so much angry with this current administration that is going on. It's only God can help us. But if God can help us through President Sandra, I'm so much excited.
I'm just president of Hard Facts. So.
No, president of... You are my president, not only the president of Hard Facts. Because if we have somebody like you in the head, I believe Nigeria will turn overnight. Because the question that we ask some of those people that say they are leading us, they cannot be able to withstand it. If we can have that opportunity to invite Mr. President and ask him some very serious questions, and I so much like it. Because it's only that asking those people questions that I so much like in this Nigerian folk.
Azubike, thank you so much for calling. We're working on it. Thank you very much for your thoughts. Let's go to Facebook very quickly and see the comments that you've left for us. Like I said, Facebook is Nigeria Info 99.3. Nigeria Info 99.3. And there's also WhatsApp. So in case you try to call and it doesn't work out, there's WhatsApp. So just quickly get across through WhatsApp. Robert Patrick says, I don't care about the Twitter ban. I'm enjoying the ban. Folawiyo says, Nigeria is not good for the youth at all. These rulers kill dreams. Kenneth Ekbo says Nigerian governments, both past and present, are a mirage. There's no Nigerian dream at all. We've got a message here from, well, you didn't leave your name, and you said, God bless you for this topic, President Sandra. The government, present and past, have not done anything for the youth. Take, for instance, the learning environment of our technical colleges. For example, Government Science Technical College at Igbesha in Ado-Ota, local government of Ogun State. My sister, you'll be amazed. Let's talk to Etim in Satellite Town. Etim, how are you?
I'm fine.
Welcome. Good afternoon.
Sandra, you know, you always blame the federal government in your analysis. How many tiers of government do we have in Nigeria?
Did I blame the federal government in my analysis today?
But the way you always stand.
No, answer my question. It was a direct question, Etim. Did I blame the federal government in my analysis today?
You always analyze.
You're not answering me. It's a yes or no question. Did I blame the federal government today?
Let's keep that aside so that I will not cause it too much of.
No, it's not keep it aside. If you make an allegation, you have to prove it. Did I do that today? Yes or no? Today was what made you call. Did I do it today? Yes or no?
You say federal government, you say the government has they provide this and that. I want to ask you.
I said, has Nigeria provided this and that?
I'm not a kid.
So when we say Nigeria, it's federal government?
So aside from that, aside whether you blame the federal government or not, we have 3 tiers of government in Nigeria.
Okay. Has the local government failed Nigerian youth or not?
Yes.
Has the state government failed Nigerian youth or not?
Yes,
Has the federal government failed Nigerian youth or not?
Yes, of course.
So what's this debate about really?
Then, do you know that the local government is a training ground for the leaders at the national, state, and local government? And they contributed to the national development of that nation. And the governor hijacked this local government, their resources, their function. Do you expect the federal government to come and construct the health care center in the local village? Or to come and construct either street road or the rural areas to help farmers to convert their goods to the public cities?
Okay, so as far as you're concerned, federal government has not failed. State governments have failed.
Federal government is submitted their
Okay, state governments. Okay, so what you're saying in essence is state governments have failed young Nigerians more than federal governments have failed young Nigerians. Okay, so we're on the same page now, eh?
Yeah. Hello.
We're in agreement.
It is easier for me to access Calabar than me going to Abuja.
We're on the same page, is what I'm saying.
Okay, federal government during Jonathan they introduced Shopee, and this present government introduced Empower. Which of the programs that the state governors, because we always overemphasis at the federal government at the center. That's the reason why we are making these governors irresponsible.
But you see, my dear. The conversation today has not mentioned any tier of government. We've just said Nigeria as an entity.
Even your contributors today, they are saying everybody.
So talk to the contributors. Don't talk to me, because today I have said Nigeria. I have not said Nigerian government.
Okay, you mentioned the 3 tiers of government in your analysis.
Did I?
You did not.
I did not. So I didn't mention any tier of government, but you came and told me I said federal government has failed.
Then the federal government...
You're not addressing what I'm saying. You're just saying then and running away.
I'm using my head time. Please. The federal government introduced Empower. Which of the programs did the state governors introduce? Okay, they said they don't have power over security. Now the colonel that is killing people in their state, they don't have power overhead.
So, in essence, you agree that Nigeria has failed young people, Okwaya?
Nigerians at all levels, both the leader, even the youth themselves, they have failed.
Youth have
failed. Who are
failed?
The people that these politicians, these leaders, use as touch during the election?
It is the youth. Yes. First of all, don't give them education, keep them poor, then use them for election.
When Obasanjo went and borrowed money for electricity, for power project, did he use the money? It is only, you cannot say you have a perfect economy without electricity, without...
You are the one that is talking about federal government now. You're not talking about Obasanjo. You're talking about Jonathan. Now, wow. Now you're not talking about federal government now.
Yes, isn't a part of the government. I said 3 tiers of government.
My brother, I'm now confused. See, let me talk to Victor. Thank you very much for calling at him. Victor in Victoria Island, how are you?
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. How are you? Welcome.
Please, all of us, both the government, everybody, both the old people have failed the youth.
Okay.
All of us have failed the youth. I don't know what that man is talking about, but all of us have failed the youth. Both him, both me, and the other everybody that is supposed to support the youth to grow. The middle class, the upper class has failed the youth. That's why Nigeria is like this.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Thank you very much. 99.3.
Hello.
Hi, how are you? What's your name?
Sandra.
Hmm?
Good afternoon, ma.
Good afternoon, ma. What's your name?
It's Chinaya.
My namesake.
Sorry, mama. Sorry, mama. These politicians, they talk, you don't know. If you
Okay.
See, now you brought the topic now that says if you have failed the youth,
Mm-hmm. Has Nigeria failed the youth?
They have failed the youth. Nigeria, go, have failed the youth. No job, nothing. Even the people who say they learn work, where customer where they can't do when customer come your shop, you go work.
Okay.
So now, no work, nothing. And now, most of the things that you even said, that you said, now, let nobody come now, and make nobody come now, come say, make the youth encourage job for themselves. Make them not just try because if you check, go market, may go see. You see young people, they carry kaya, they carry loads for head. So if you talk, most of them will say, now everybody must go. Yes, everybody must not go to school. Everybody goes to who will sell tomato for market, pepper for market. For you, who sell the pepper, where the shade, where money when you start the pepper. You understand me? No money, no school, nothing. Should be the not to create job for ourselves. Should be now young people now they kidnap. Yes, that is what they call entrepreneurship. That's what they call them entrepreneur. People where they work, where they create work job for themselves. They don't create job. They should be they kidnap. Now they kidnap. Now they call the youth are kidnapping. Where they don't create job for them, which they expect. Who will say they check all this thing after Twitter? Don't drive it. So not now they go. They won't give them branch now from Nigeria now. Not now you go. Yes, say please. Person go come your shop. You go say please. I want buy Twitter the share sky 100 minutes. It not be laughing matter. That is the question. No. If I talk, I don't like me to laugh. I don't like me to focus.
Sorry.
See, not another go come now. They go say please. I want to buy Twitter the share sky 100 minutes. Before you enter Twitter, you go recharge the card.
No, yeah, that's simply inaccurate. There's no way that can happen. That's why it's hilarious to me. Our first story: is Nigeria doing well for its young people, or is Nigeria failing its young people? Our second story: which do you think will happen first? Twitter opening an office in Nigeria, or the Nigerian government lifting the Twitter ban? Let's move to our final story. It's official. Tolls are returning to some federal highways. Tollgates, they're returning to some federal highways. We talked about this plan from the transport minister earlier this year. Do you remember? We had Ajurin Galali on the show with us. The idea is to use the revenue from the tolls to maintain the roads. At the time, the Transport Ministry said that the plan was to concession 12 major highways to private companies and then let them charge a toll to make back the money that they will use to maintain the roads. Fast forward to yesterday, and after the Federal Executive Council meeting, we heard from Babatunde Fashola, the Transport Minister, and he said that the FEC just approved the memorandum. So I have some little hard facts for you on this one. These facts are all from the Transport Ministry. First little hard fact, there are 200,000 kilometers of road in Nigeria. Second little hard fact, 35,000 of those kilometers are on federal roads. That's 17.5%. Third little hard fact, the toll gates will cover 5,050 kilometers out of that 35,000. So that's 14% of the federal road network, or 2.5% of the total road network in the country. Now, Fashola did not specify the highways yesterday, but here are the 12 highways that were listed earlier in the year. Bini Asaba, Abuja Lokoja, Kano Katsina, Onitsha Owerri Aba, Shagamu Benin, Abuja Kefi Akwanga, Kano Shuari, Potiskum Damaturu, Lokoja Benin, Enugu Port Harcourt, Ilorin Jeba, Lagos Ota Abeokuta, and Lagos Badagry Seme. These were the ones that were listed initially, but Babatunde Fashola did not specify yesterday. We've also gotten details on the tolls. It's going to be between 200 naira and 500 naira per vehicle at each gate, depending on the vehicle size. Fashola told us that the toll collection will be automated. According to him, electronic payments will guarantee transparency. Now, I'm sure that you're about to ask me when it will start. Well, Fashola said the highways in question will be fixed first, and then tolling will start. So, of course, while they're fixing the roads, they will also build the toll plazas. So, I know you've talked about this with Sheriff on the Morning Crossfire today on the lead, but I want you to talk to me about it as well. Do you think that concessioning the highways and setting up toll gates on the highways will guarantee that they will be better maintained than they are today? I'm thinking about the one that was on Port Harcourt Enugu Expressway. It was there for a while, and Port Harcourt Enugu Expressway was still a disaster. Like, that road has been bad for as long as I've been alive. Port Harcourt Enugu Expressway has been bad, and they had a toll there. So I don't know, man. But hey, what do you think? Do you think that this time we'll get it right? Do you think that this time setting up toll gates on those roads will guarantee that they are better maintained than they are today? If not, what do you think is a better solution? Because it's not enough to just complain about these things. What do you think is a better solution? Do you think electronic toll payment will guarantee transparency? I don't know. Maybe the reason they couldn't fix the roads was because we were paying cash. So there was no way to really know, how much was being made. So now, maybe with electronic toll payment, you now know how much exactly is being made. Do you think that could guarantee transparency and could lead to better maintenance of those roads? We've got Oge Nikeja on the line. Oge, how are you?
Oh, fine.
Welcome.
Sandra. Okay, so please, based on the first topic, the federal government is helping Nigerian youth. Truthfully speaking, they are not.
Okay.
Not in any way.
Okay.
They are not. Everybody has been struggling. I myself have been struggling to be where I am today without the help of the government, and my people are also the ones helping. Now, apart from the federal government, the other people that are monsters that we need to really look into is the banks. They are killing Nigerian youth. I don't know who is going to come to assist Nigerian youth in this aspect.
Okay.
So many contract staff in the bank, and they waste their time. At the time they will now be able to get a good job, they will say their age is over. I don't know which of the NGOs.
That's actually the job of NLC. NLC, that's the Labour Congress. They are the ones who should be on top of that.
By the time you go to meet NLC and you complain to them, they take bribes, and the whole matter dies down. So that is why I say, who are you going to run to? Not the NLC. If you go there, nothing will be done. Sandra, I don't know if you, on your own time, just try to sample the opinions of so many workers in the bank and see how they are suffering. These are Nigerian youths. These are graduates who came out with good, it's just because they didn't have the opportunity to have a job at the point in time, and it's okay, let me manage here and find something doing. And you put them on contract for years, and you do not make them staff. Is it fair, Sandra? We talk about federal government. Let's also let them look into banks, what they do. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Funny enough, that's also a failure of governance. That banks or any organization is able to get away with that is also a failure of governance. Labor laws should be stricter, should be enforced. As in, when you think about all of the decay in multiple sectors all over Nigeria, you can see at what point governance failed. Babatunde Fasanya on Facebook says, just imagine if Twitter had an office in Nigeria during the NSAS or banning of Twitter. DSS will seal the place, arrest all humans in that plaza. So Twitter should not budge and maintain their stand. We've indeed moved on from the ban. Don't understand how FG is agitated with this issue. President Sandra, please forward my plea to FG that the Twitter ban should be maintained. Babatunde Fasanya, thank you very much for your message. Abel Udabasi Judah says, this administration knows nothing more than to add to the hardship of citizens. Ban this, tax that, borrow this. All right. Maki Lagos says, Hihioma, my adorable president. That's how you know a person that is not Igbo, by the way, because Igbo people don't even greet each other. Ututuoma, the Hihioma, you know. I don't think we have a... Okay, I think we just say Itetego, you know. Have you woken up? Itetego, Itetero, you know. You know, I don't like how you know a person that is not Igbo is that they say Ototooma or Hihioma. So that's a hack. If you want to blend in, don't say Ototooma and Hihioma. But yeah, Maki says, which Twitter is the government planning to unban when it said through Malami the Nigerians are still using Twitter? What an irony. Why is Lai coming down from his previous high horse position on the ban on Twitter? Una say wahala be like waiting again. I'm not going to read this message that you're sending to Etim. Find Etim on social media and say to him yourself. Here's a message here. When the tolls were removed by Obasanjo, price of petrol was increased. My question is, will the price of petrol be reduced now that tolls are back? That's a good question. Hi, Sandra. Is it not when someone knows where he is going that he can lead others? Government of today is bereft of idea and direction. So how do you expect them to give anything? You cannot give what you do not have. How can the environment be conducive when there's no light, no security? Sandra, I beg. Okoli Fortune from Festac with that message. All right, Okoli Fortune, thank you so much. We're going to take a few more messages, but that's when we come back from the break. Actually, as soon as we come back from the break, we'll just go to the phone lines and take a few more calls. Don't go away, Lagos.
More talk, news, and sports after this.
Femi and the gang in partnership with Sign Up Consult present the latest invention in human history. 38 bars. Follow the nation's finest sports gang through the 38-game season as we deliver live football updates and analysis at your favorite bars across Lagos. The revolution is here and live on Nigeria Info. Reach out for sponsorship and advertising. 38 bars with Femi and the gang, where football meets lifestyle.
It's big, it's better, it's back. She Can Do More 3.0 is here. Date, Friday, August 13, 2021. Venue, Muson Center, Onikon, Lagos. Time, 9 a.m. Be motivated by fellow women who believed they could do more and who today are breaking barriers in their different fields. You want to know what is going down at She Can Do More 3.0? Don't wait to be told. Speaking, Cecilia Dada, Honorable Commissioner of Women Affairs, Lagos. Eloho Iboni, MD Shell, Nigeria Exploration and Production. Abimbola Agbejile, Wema Bank. The Catalyst, Lanre Olushola, Kelechi Amadiobi, Folake Shueton, CEO, Ikeja Electric, Dr. Maimuna Kadiri, MD Pinnacle Medical Center, Ezine Ezani, Founder, Chican Nigeria, and COO MBR Signature. Be there! Admission is free. Registration is required. Visit www.chicannigeria.org. Powered by Shell Nigerian Exploration and Production Limited, and many more.
Do you know that one stream of income cannot create your desired future wealth? More men have become great through practice than by nature. Thanks to Forex trading, you can now make more money daily using your mobile phone, laptop, or any internet-enabled device. Let Handtech Markets, a multi-tier regulated Forex brokerage firm with over 30 years experience, show you how. At Handtech Markets, we offer free trainings, an award-winning signal providing tool, fast deposit and withdrawal options, outstanding customer service, and much more. To get started, visit our website www.hmarkets.com or send an SMS with your name and location to 0805-690-5612. That is 0805-690-5612. It's time to break free from financial limitations, and Handtech Markets, it's your lasting solution.
99.3 Nigeria Info, your number one station for talk. Let's talk.
On today's Big Three, we talked about World Youth Day in Nigeria. Then we talked about the federal government saying that they may soon lift the Twitter ban. And then we talked about the return of Tollgates to federal highways. On YouTube, Just Believe says, I think we should commend youth for doing their best, not to keep derailing them, to ease the pressure. Nigeria is not just Lagos. Nigeria goes beyond Lagos. Majority of youth outside Lagos still live with their parents and feed from them. I've lived in Ogun, Lagos, Oyo, Osho, and Kwara, and the difference is clear. The youth are the future, and if we keep failing the youth, we are destroying the future. That's from YouTube, Just Believe, with that message. Charles Young on YouTube says Nigeria has not done anything for its youth. Rather, it has succeeded in stifling the creativity of its youth due to poor policies. We'll take one final call and call it a wrap on the show today. Hello.
President Sandra.
Good to have you on the show. What's your name, sir?
My name is Prince Y.S. calling from Amuodosin.
Welcome, sir. Turn your radio off, then go ahead.
Okay, I'm trying to do that.
Mm.
You see, Sandra, you see, the Tollgate they were about to introduce. I think, like Lagos-Ibadan Expressway, yes. Second Niger Bridge, yes. After completion, any roads will not be too without taking of the road. Now, if they do all this road, I think they can use the money to maintain all the roads you are talking about. And Pastor, let's see very well. They say not all the roads. It's a few that you have long distance. You know, by destroying the Tollgate the right time around, it's a mistake by Baba Obasanjo. Because if they told I pay too, and they may use the money to maintain the road, nothing bad about that. Therefore that. And for the youth, both the government and family we have a lot of problems. Now, how many? My recommendation is I don't want to talk too much about it.
Okay.
The NYC, instead of send them to the village to go and become a teacher, they should let them go for acquire skills. After they are complete, if there's no job, you can still lend them some money to start their own business. What do you say about that, Sandra?
Okay, thank you very much, Prince YS, for calling. Like I said when I was talking earlier, everybody's not a business person. Like me now, I can't run a business. No, that's not for me. I can be the COO of a business, but I can't be the person that they're depending on for salary and things. I will just run away. I will run mad. So I'm not a business person. There are people who are not suited for business, but they are fantastic, efficient employees of the business. Everybody's not cut out to be an entrepreneur. But that's a different conversation for a different day. Let's bring you business news and then League of Extraordinary Nigerians. I'm Sandra Ezekwesili on social media.
And now the business news.
The federal government has released a list of fees to be paid by road users.
99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
Might come to an end sooner than later, and that's according to the